Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this conversation. I'm so excited. Today, I have with me Dion. She's one of our cohort leads for the fall 2021 Black Orlando Tech Cohort. And Dion, you're going to be giving us all the lowdown on your particular cohort. So first, I'd like for you to kind of introduce yourself a little, let everyone know a little bit about who you are and what you do as a profession.
Okay, so my name is Dion. I am about 3 years in IT. I just had my 3-year anniversary on September 10th, which is when I started my career at Deloitte. I am currently now at PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. I am a senior associate in the cloud and digital strategy side of the house. So in my old position, I was kind of hands-on, helping clients, configure their environments in the cloud, particularly AWS, and kind of monitoring it. And now I'm more on the strategy side of the house. So I moved away from engineering to kind of advisory and strategy. I do miss engineering a lot, but strategy is interesting. It's a new skill to pick up.
Yeah, cool. So, Dion, before we get into exactly what participants can expect from your cohort, give us a little bit of a definition for those who are like, what is AWS, girl?
Oh, no.
Including myself. Tell everybody a little bit about exactly what AWS is.
Okay. So when people ask me like what I do, what my job is, I always like my shoulders go up because like, oh, I gotta give a definition for my job. But AWS is Amazon Web Services. So it's just basically the internet's landlord. It's what makes all of your favorite applications and software run. So your Netflix, your Spotify, your Uber, your Uber Eats, all of those applications run on AWS. And it's their data centers all over the world, and they keep the internet running for us all the time. That's basically AWS. It's that's it. It's less complicated than it sounds.
Well, that was a very, very good definition of it.
I practice. I have a lot of.
You broke it down beautifully for a
Mhm.
lay person like myself. So thank you for that, Dion. So now, Dion, you led the spring cohort. You'll be leading the fall cohort starting up here in October. What can participants expect from your cohort?
So a lot of hand holding through what cloud is. I'm a big advocate for getting just regular people involved in tech because I think the optics of tech is the Tony Stark, like the super billionaire geniuses. So my kind of approach is to let them see me, just regular Trader Joe's loving, Birkenstock wearing person working in cloud, and just letting them know that it's accessible. And the big words, we break them down, and we just slowly walk through these really heady concepts and make it approachable.
I love that, Dion. I love how you use the word accessible and helping
Mhm.
to level the playing field for everyone when it comes to getting into tech. So you kind of hinted on it a little bit, but I'd love for you to expound. What makes Bots Tech Cohort Program different from, watching a YouTube video or some other kind of programs out there, that training programs? What makes Bots Cohort a little bit different?
I think the instructors are really good at meeting the students or the participants where they are. You fill out kind of a survey at the beginning of the class, or even just the first class, the first session is, how much do you know about this particular topic? And then the instructors sort of tailor the course to meet the students or to meet the participants where they are. And a lot of courses that I see online, though they're well-meaning, they kind of start at a very high level and they don't take into consideration that maybe this person has never heard of this concept before, and just gently easing them into the topics as opposed to just dumping information all at once. So I think the instructors that I've met and interacted with, they all kind of have that same mindset. I know I do, of just meeting people where they are and catering the course to them and their learning styles.
I love that, meeting people where they are. And it's great because our cohorts are a smaller groups, so you really do get that one-on-one support, which is really helpful if you're transitioning, particularly for the first time in a tech career. Dion, I'd love to get your insight on, why do you personally think that now is a good time to enter into tech in general, and more specifically AWS? Why is now a good time for someone to pivot into this particular career field?
So I know we've all seen the shift. Everybody is remote now. Like there needs to be a team, an army. There's like a lot of people needed to support this shift in businesses' approach to like work style, the new technologies that are emerging from this, the security implications of everybody working from home. There's just a new workforce is needed to support all of this. So this is the perfect time because there are plenty of open positions and plenty of companies that are willing to train people. So even if you have just a small bit of knowledge, that's enough to kind of get you in the door for like these big giant companies to kind of train you and groom you to hopefully stay and support this new work. AWS in particular, they're the market leader in cloud. They're also the most compliant in terms of like regulatory certifications. So a lot of government stuff, for lack of a better word, is hosted on AWS, and they need folks who can get clearances and can support that work. And also, like I said, there are emerging technologies that are popping up all over the place. And because AWS is the market leader, they are headed to AWS. So it's just a market leader. And I think they're going to stay that way for a while. So yeah.
That's great. So from your viewpoint, the job outlook, the career outlook is endless, right? Opportunities seem endless. The final question I wanted to pose to you, Dion, is, because the job market is vast and opportunities abound, what if someone's feeling a little bit overwhelmed? Like, what if they're not sure exactly where to start? What if they don't feel like they have the right connections or relationships to get their foot in the door? How would you say that Black's cohort sort of helps those to transition from getting trained to actually getting plugged into a career or a job?
So that's one of the benefits of joining BOT, is the instructors are in positions at some of the pretty like well-known companies. And at least my MO is to kind of bring folks into the fold with me. Like I've given referrals to my company. I know our kind of head guy in charge, Josh Walker, that's also his mission statement as well, is to kind of bring people into the firms that we're currently employed at. And so it's just a big, it's a networking opportunity, but also a relationship building opportunity, because the classes are so small. We do get to know the participants at an intimate level. And so they become, we get invested in them. And I've passed, plenty of names on to hiring managers and recruiters that I've, maintained relationships with. So in that sense, it's not only a learning opportunity, but also a relationship networking building opportunity. And to get started, I know it's overwhelming, but just like one thing at a time, right? Like I think people see like all of these different paths that they can take into tech. And my advice is to just Start with one thing. If AWS cloud is that thing, just read one thing a day. Like, slowly digest the material. Like, nobody is expecting you to be Bill Gates overnight. And even Bill Gates, if you have a conversation with him about cloud, he probably doesn't know much about it because he's a hardware guy. But either way, just one thing at a time, and, you know, build relationships.
I love that. Dion, you just made AWS and your cohort sound so approachable, so warm and welcoming. I want to join your cohort.
Oh, come on. It's fun. It's a good time.
It sounds like it's going to be fun and super informative. So if you are watching and you want more information, if you have questions for Dion about AWS or about her cohort, don't hesitate to reach out. There is a link right above us, as well as some contact information to get connected with our cohort leads, with our cohort director. You can ask any questions that you like. You can drop them in the comment section below, and a member of the bot team will be happy to connect with you. So registration is now open. Classes start the week of October 3rd, and we are excited for all of Dion's new cohort participants. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you the week of October 3rd. Bye, guys.